Good evening, everybody. Definitely hope all is well. Definitely thank you for joining me. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. Definitely hit that like button and leave us a comment down below. We definitely love hearing from you guys. We do have some latest information here. I'm showing you the North American model here. So this is 6 p.m. So this is about 9 minutes ago throughout the entire United States. But let's take a look at this. We're still looking at the severe weather threat for later on tonight, as well as tomorrow. Tomorrow's definitely going to be a very interesting day. Tomorrow night, we definitely want to make sure everybody is safe. Definitely thank you for tuning in. Definitely stay safe and God bless. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and enable notifications to ensure you do not miss any weather updates in the future. Definitely hit that like button as well. Definitely share this information. Definitely leave us a comment down below. We definitely love hearing from you guys. So let's take a look at this here. So this is currently at 6 p.m. You guys can definitely see these heavier pockets of rain definitely developing. One down here in central Texas here. Another one developing here into southern Oklahoma. This is the main mechanism that is still going to come sort of mend with this sort of system here. It's definitely becoming negatively tilted. So it's definitely going to be able to bring in a lot of moisture up from the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll definitely have to take a look at that. But we're going to look at, we're actually going to go forward here a little bit. You can see later on tonight. Let's actually go into, we'll go into about midnight tonight. You can definitely see those bands of rain coming up from the Gulf. This line is extending all the way from central and southern Missouri all the way down into Mexico here. So definitely a big event happening here. You can see the main trough is still back off to the west here over New Mexico, heading into Texas a little bit here. So near the El Paso, Texas region. We're going to watch out for this. But we can definitely see this heavier rain coming through the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area here up into southern and eastern Oklahoma. So we're going to have to watch out for a lot of flash flooding events here. Let's actually step this forward a little bit. Definitely see some of these heavier bands coming in here. This is right around 2 a.m. Later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Look at these heavy bands. This is some heavy rain coming in here. This is not good. We can definitely see these heavier bands definitely developing. You can see these little cells starting to form as well. Definitely not good. This is going to head off towards the Red River and up into southeastern Oklahoma. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. Let's actually move this into 5 a.m. You can definitely see some of these bands. You can see the actual low pressure system catching up now. So we're definitely have to watch this area very, very carefully. But we can see those heavier bands heading into southeastern Oklahoma, eventually propagating into the Ozarks here. Let's go into 8 a.m. tomorrow. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely the start of a squall line here, so we're going to have to watch this. Take a look at these heavier bands developing here in north central Texas here. Definitely not a good situation. We can also see those heavier bands training through northeastern Texas and southeastern Oklahoma into the Ozarks now. So definitely be on the lookout for flooded roadways and ponding on the roads. Definitely slow it down out there. Definitely hydroplaning can become very, very, actually it could happen relatively quickly with conditions like this. So definitely be on the lookout for that. As we head into the lunchtime hour, we're going to have to watch these cells off the coast here. These are going to propagate up to the northeast and to the north. So we're going to have to watch this. You can see that snow developing here into the Texas Panhandle here. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. Take a look at this. We step this forward and get those heavier bands heading back into southeastern Oklahoma and eastern Oklahoma. Heading up through Missouri as well. So we're going to have to watch this area very closely for flash flooding. Definitely see some of these cells coming ashore here right around lunchtime. So between lunchtime and 3 p.m. here. Definitely not a good situation down here along the Texas Gulf Coast and to the coastal plain here. See that heavier snow developing into southwestern Oklahoma here. Let's actually step this forward into about 6 p.m. You can see that heavy snow definitely envelops the area. Not a good situation. Definitely see some heavier snow bands developing here. It's potentially, as this storm system moves off to the northeast, we could actually see 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfalls. Not a good situation. You can see 6 p.m. here, this quasi-linear convective system definitely taking shape. We do have a little bit of prefrontal confluence bands heading out into central Louisiana. So we're definitely going to have to watch this. As well as up near Shreveport, all the way through to the west of Little Rock here, all the way into the Ozarks. We also have some icing happening here into northern Missouri here. So definitely not good. Definitely slow it down out there. And definitely try to shelter in place. It's definitely a very, very interesting storm system. As we move into 8 p.m. tomorrow, We have that heavier snow still enveloping Oklahoma, central Oklahoma here, and now moving into south central Kansas. So definitely not a good situation, folks. We can definitely see these darker blue bands coming in. This is potentially 1 to 2 inches or more of snow per hour. And also northwestern Missouri still getting hit by that ice. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We have some of these cells as well we're going to have to watch in southern Arkansas here, down through northern Louisiana. We also have these cells training across the area. Definitely be on the lookout for these. These can definitely be tornado producers here as we move on into the overnight hours into 10 p.m., 11 p.m. into midnight. These storms are still not hitting the New Orleans area, but they are off to your west. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. You can see this wraparound on the back side of this, northern Oklahoma, as well as eastern Kansas here, definitely getting in on the action. Definitely not a good situation. You can see some of the snow as well from the Rocky Mountains definitely getting into Nebraska here. We also have that dangerous ice developing into Iowa, as well as into southeastern Nebraska and portions of northern Kansas here. We also have some ice developing in southern Wisconsin and extreme portions of northeastern Illinois as well. You can see how elongated this storm system is. You can see that cold front stretching down basically from central Missouri all the way down off the coast here, the Gulf Coast. Definitely not good. Definitely looks like the New Orleans area will be impacted around 4 a.m. It looks like these storms do sort of weaken in intensity, so that is good news. But nevertheless, still be on the lookout. Definitely a water spout down here. You can definitely see this hook shape and this bow echo shape. We're going to have to watch out for those bookend vortices that do form. We also have that heavy snow ongoing in northeastern Kansas, all the way up through into Iowa and northwestern Missouri here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We also have some snow coming into the Oklahoma Panhandle here. So definitely not good news. And all this icing as well. We're going to have to watch that. Definitely hazardous travel conditions are going to be definitely possible here as we move into 7 a.m. on Thursday. You can see these storms are definitely crossing the Mississippi-Alabama border. So we're going to have to watch that very carefully. We also have this heavy snow still ongoing in northwestern Missouri and much of Iowa as well. Definitely some heavier bands showing up. We also have that snow coming into the northern panhandle, Texas here. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. As we continue forward, we do have a little bit of those cells, those severe thunderstorms definitely lingering around the lunchtime hour here on Thursday, right along the border here. That's why I said earlier in the video posted earlier today around 4 p.m. That this marginal risk is going to have to be retrograded back into this area here. That's definitely what we're going to have to watch. And we do have that snow ongoing up here. Let's actually switch off to the Great Lakes rather quickly here, just to show you guys this information. But take a look at that icing. Let's step this back a little bit. So unfortunately, that warm front moving off to the north, and with this warm sector here, we're going to have to watch this for possibly some severe thunderstorms popping up in Kentucky here, and possibly down into Tennessee here. So we're going to have to watch this. We also have that icing happening all the way from Iowa through Wisconsin down through Michigan as well. So those traveling out there during the this is about 3 a.m. But those night shift guys definitely be on the lookout for this. This could definitely be very dangerous. As we step into the morning hours here, that icing makes its way to the north. We do have that warm push up from the south as well, so that's definitely good news. But we could have a little bit of embedded, sort of elevated convective bands here through central Kentucky all the way through central Indiana as well. This will eventually move into the Ohio region. This is why I do believe a marginal risk should be issued for Thursday in this area. You can see this heavy snow enveloping much of Iowa here, so definitely not good news. Let's actually step this forward a little bit. Let's go to, we'll go around 10 a.m. here, but you can definitely see some of these bands and these cells developing here in central Ohio. So we're going to have to be on the lookout for this. We do have that heavy snow moving into Wisconsin here, and those icing events happening in northern Michigan. Definitely not a good situation around the lakes as well. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for this. As we step forward, you can see that rain makes its way into the Pittsburgh area where the World Weather Authority studio is right around Thursday at 1 p.m. So we're going to have to be on the lookout for that. I'll just be getting off of work around that time, so we'll definitely maybe initiate a chase day. We'll definitely see what happens here. You can see all of this wraparound snow on the back side of this system, definitely in Iowa still. Much of Wisconsin as well. and even into northern Michigan where we have that icing happening. So definitely not good. And as we step this forward, you can definitely see the progression of this system. We get that light snow into Michigan, to southern Michigan now. So that's definitely pretty interesting. Step this all the way to the end of the period, Friday at 1 a.m. You can see there's a little bit of a short wave coming in through Iowa, Wisconsin, and Illinois as well, where we could get a little bit more snow. But let's actually take a look at the snowfall totals here as well. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that. So let's go to the winter, and we'll go to the snowfall totals here. So this is through 1 a.m. on Friday. You can see much of Illinois getting possibly a little under a foot or more than a foot of snow here, and even into Wisconsin as well. Michigan staying under an inch for most locations here. And you can see Canada definitely getting rocked by this snowfall system. You can see 7, possibly up to a foot of snow as well. So we definitely have to watch this. Let's actually go back down to the southeast here. Just want to show you guys. We do have that snowfall developing here. Totals here about 1 to 3, 1 to 4 inches, maybe 2 to 4 inches here in Oklahoma. Even into Kansas as well, where we can see 3 to 6 inches of snowfall in northeastern Kansas. And as we go into northwestern Missouri, we can see up to 10 inches of snow, possibly even a foot. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. I do want to show some of the precipitation amounts that are forecast as well. But take a look at this, guys. This is definitely not good. Possibly up to 4 to 5 inches of rainfall right along the Red River here into northeastern Texas. So definitely not a good sign. Definitely some totals here, definitely into the 2 to 3 inch range as well. And even into the Ozarks, we're looking at 3 to 4 inches of rain as well. So definitely not good. As we head down towards the Gulf Coast here, you can see right in the Sabine River Pass, we're looking at about 1 inch to 2 inches of rainfall, possibly even to 3. We'll have to see what's going on here. And in Mississippi as well, we're going to see 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, as well as along the Alabama-Mississippi border here and into southern Alabama, we're going to see rainfall totals of 1 to 2 inches as well. And as we move this over a little bit here, this is all the way through 1 a.m. on Friday, but we can definitely see all those bands setting up. You can even see up to the northeast here. Pittsburgh will get about 1/4 inch of rainfall, so definitely not much in the way of rain. But still can create some slick roadways out there, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But I do appreciate you guys joining me for this video. Definitely, if you like this, the content that we're putting out, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. Definitely share this information to those that need it the most. And definitely like the video and comment. Definitely liking the video and commenting are definitely the best ways to get this video into the algorithm. All right, thank you guys. Definitely appreciate it. And always remember, never stop chasing.